All right, guys, so today we got a big one. Today, Kamala Harris just announced that Tim Walz is going to be her VP. Now, for those of you who watch my show, you know that I'm a big Mark Kelly guy. I wanted him because he was in a swing state. I wanted him because he's on the border. I wanted him because he's an ex-astronaut. And to be honest, I just like astronauts, but it didn't work out for Mark Kelly. Shapiro, great dude, good speech. Probably would have dog-walked J.D. Vance around a debate stage. But to be honest with you guys, those would have been the political decisions. Those would have been the political choices. And we're at a time and place in our politics right now where we need to get away from just making political choices and start making choices for people. And Tim Walz is a man of the people. So I thought I'd hop on here today, show you guys what I know about Tim Walz and all the amazing things that he's done and help you get acquainted. All right, guys, let's take a look at it and let me know in the comments. Do you think Tim Walz is going to be amazing? Because I do. Do you think we should win with Kelly? Do you think we should have went with Shapiro? You know, is it better nowadays to give up on the humanity of our candidates and just go for what works? Or should we be trying to get a person that really represents us as a people into the White House? You guys let me know in the comments. So first of all, right here we got a video that was shared by Brian Tyler Cohen, and this is Tim Walz with his daughter at the county fair, just being everyday Tim, just a human being, something you will never see from J.D. Vance, because he's not a human being, I'm pretty sure, allegedly.
Hey Minnesota, Governor Walz here, out at the state fair with my daughter.
Ho.
Every year we as a family do something old and something new. I get to pick something, a classic, the old mill ride, to do that. And then Hope gets to pick something new.
I think we're gonna go do the slingshot.
Which I don't know what it is, and they're keeping it from me. But then we're gonna go get some food, corn dog.
I'm vegetarian.
Turkey then. And
Turkey's meat.
Not in Minnesota, turkey special. And we will go do some of those things and report back.
Oh my God. Oh my.
Dude, can you ever imagine Donald Trump doing something like this? Never. Never. This is what it's like to have a real person that's a politician.
Woo! Oh my God. Yes!
God, it's so amazing.
Oh my God. Keep going.
Yes!
Have you ever seen Donald Trump and any of his children having this much fun together? I have not.
That was good. Good job, Dad.
Oh, thanks, Hope. All right, Minnesota, it's worth it. Wow, that is wild.
That was pretty cool, actually.
That is wild.
No. That'll be good.
It was okay. It was so
With the
worth
Bruce
it. Keep
Springsteen
calling.
shirt on?
Thanks for talking to me.
Man.
You're welcome.
The boss. This right here is the speech that he just gave, which was phenomenal. To have two people that are standing up there right now speaking the way about our freedoms, our choices, our hope for our future, the way that Walz and Kamala are talking about it right now is inspirational, and it makes me feel so good about this upcoming race. I think that this, to be honest with you, if this is even close, I've got some concerns for America, because these two people represent the best of America. So this is a speech he just gave with Kamala in Philadelphia. Fly, Eagles, fly. Don't forget that shit, all right? Hope you guys are ready for this. This is amazing.
Now, Donald Trump sees the world a little differently than us.
A little bit.
First of all, he doesn't know the first thing about service. He doesn't have time for it because he's too busy serving himself.
100%. My man.
Again and again and again, Trump weakens our economy to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division. And that's to say nothing of his record as president.
He froze in the face of the COVID crisis.
That he did.
He drove our economy into the ground. And make no mistake, violent crime was up under Donald Trump. That's not even counting the crimes he committed.
Dude. That's real. That's real. JD Vance and Donald Trump, y'all are in trouble. Like right now, they are so afraid. And if you don't believe me, let me just read this little truth that Donald Trump just posted about finding out about Walz. Gavin Newsom posted a truth from Donald Trump that said, "What are the chances that crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, whose presidency was unconstitutionally stolen from him by Kamala," I don't know what the fuck Kamala is, "Barack Hussein Obama," that shit's racist, "crazy Nancy Pelosi, shifty Adam Schiff, crying Chuck Schumer, and others on the lunatic left, crashes the Democrat National Convention and tries to take back the nomination, beginning with challenging me to another debate. He feels that he made a historically tragic mistake by handing over the U.S. presidency, a coup to the people in the world he most hates, and he wants it back now." First of all, this is one of the weirdest fucking tweets I've ever seen in my life. Second, when you feel the need to put a nickname on every single person's name, you've gone unhinged. It's weird. He's weird. They're weird. And the dude that got on the train with me, the person who's been saying for the last 2 years, these people are weird, when the left has been coming into my chat and saying things like, "Don't call them weird. Don't be mean to them. They're mentally ill. They're weird." And I'm glad you guys finally caught up. But this dude, Walz, he recognized it. And he called him out for it. And he ain't backing off of it. Because they're weird. So here's another one. This is my boy, the dude, Mr. Richard Ojeda, talking about another person that has served just like he has. And he said, "We have an opportunity to put a sergeant major in the vice president's seat. Who better to stand up for veterans than someone who has served their country for 24 years in uniform? It's time to kick the orange ass hat and his couch humping bootlicker to the curb." And this is the type of thing that was so missing from the left. The spine, the backbone, the willingness to stand up and say, "You're not going to take this shit anymore." And people like Richard Ojeda and people like Walz are going to bring this to the Democratic Party, much like I have been doing for the last 2 years. I am so excited for what is about to happen. This man has spent 24 years of his life, 24 years in the National Guard, while Donald Trump was dodging drafts. This man spent 24 years of his life busting his ass for real Americans. That's what he was doing. And for all of you out there that are like, "Oh my God, he's radical left, radical left." This is a man, by the way, who was rated by the NRA as an A until the Parkland shooting. And when the Parkland shooting happened, he said, "Enough is enough." And he started pushing forth legislation for background checks for gun owners, which anybody that is a gun owner that is responsible accepts. Accountability for being a gun owner is something that we should all take upon ourselves. I am pro-Second Amendment. But if we are pro-Second Amendment, we also must be pro-accountability and we must be pro-responsibility. And Walz started holding people accountable. And that's why, when rated, he was rated middle left. Middle left. This is a man of the people. Walz is a man of the people. This is amazing. Such a good pick. I am so proud of Kamala Harris for stepping forward and making a decision that not many believe she would make. Not many people believe that Kamala would make the human decision. She would make the political decision. And she made the human decision. This is amazing. Amazing. And of course, right now, the biggest talking point for the Republican Party, then they're going to come into your chat. They're going to try and get you to pick this one up. They want you specifically, if you're Jewish and you're on the left, to start picking up this talking point and spread it around as far as possible, because that is the right-wing game. Infiltrate the left circles, say some shit that you think that they'll repeat, and then watch them eat their own. So I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If you're a Jewish person and you are on the left, ain't nobody here that hates Jewish people. Josh Shapiro stood up there and gave one of the best opening speeches for Walz right before he came out in Pennsylvania and showed full support for Walz. And this is what this man said. Eric Erickson said, "No Jews allowed at the top of the Democratic Party." Now, one of the good things about X, one of the funniest things about X is how many times people get corrected on X. Of course, it says, "The Senate Majority Leader, Secretaries of State, Treasury, Homeland Security, Attorney General, Director of National Intelligence, and the husband of the 2024 presidential nominee are all Jewish." So when that right-wing person tries to infiltrate your left-wing circle and start spewing bullshit anti-Semitism, you remind them that you're not that stupid and you ain't gonna fall for it. And yes, once again, as I pointed out the other night on the live stream, even people on the right are tired of Donald Trump's bullshit. As Peter Heinlein says, Peter Hinline says, "LOL, the GOP nominee is publicly fantasizing about Biden going to the convention and taking back the nomination. This is just beyond sad. Also, great focus and message discipline here. Yep, even the right is tired of Donald Trump. It's time to ask him to leave. Maybe it's time to evict him." All right, guys. Well, that's about it for me. I'm pretty stoked. I hope you're pretty stoked. If you are, let me know in the comments. I mean, after all the craziness in 2024 and all this insanity that has happened, I don't know what's next. But I can tell you this. My hope, my positivity for this race has done nothing but increase since Kamala Harris has entered the race. I got one last thing to say to you guys. From the window to the walls, just watch all them Trump tards fall. Ah, skeet, 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 skeet.